See, you're too far away now. You know, you can't adjust this.
Nope.
So it's closer to your face.
Got it.
Oh my gosh. You can adjust this.
Nope. I'm doing exactly what you told me to do.
Adjust it.
Nope.
I'm gonna adjust
Don't touch my mic. I'm going to talk like this the whole time.
Listen, I'm just saying that you could just make sure it's close to your face naturally.
We need those
Mufflers?
mufflers.
We have some, but are they necessary? I don't know that they are.
Yeah, so I don't do this.
That's not going to change.
But if there's a muffler, then I
Oh my gosh, it sounds so horrible.
I sound like Darth Vader.
Okay, so hello and welcome to What Now with Anna and Eric. This is our first video episode podcast thing.
I didn't even do my hair. Oh no.
I am Anna.
There was no makeup person available.
We'll hire
for
one.
This.
Probably not, but look forward to that. So,
Hey, we're here.
yeah, I am
We're in
Anna.
I'm Eric.
And
Great here.
we are so excited to be here. And first of all, if you are one of our regular audio listeners,
Listenees.
listenees, those will still be happening and dropping on basically the regular day.
Yeah.
So what you can look forward to is regular video podcasts as well as the audio version, which will happen on iTunes.
And I think I look better on the audio than I do on the visual. So
I think I look good either way.
I think this face was made for
Probably.
just audio.
Like I'm just gonna go.
How close do I need? Look at if I get it sounds.
There you go. You're right there. That's where you are. You keep moving outside the field of.
I feel like I'm just so close to it.
You're welcome.
I'm not a close talker.
All right, so we look forward to this episode of What Now with Anna and Eric. Oh, look at that. Coming in for the win. Coming in for the win.
Spiritual growth is a puzzle, and I'm a little bit muddled. What does discipleship even mean? What now? What now?
Am I going to have to like...
I don't know why this is so much different. I can't handle
It's an adjustment. It should not be this much of an adjustment. I'm just very concerned.
I think it's my personal space issue. I feel like
We're so far away, though.
no, but I think I'm having a personal space issue with this mic. Like you want me so close to it.
And so you'll get over it,
I'll try.
hopefully.
I feel like
Okay, so do you want me to start out by
Yes.
talking about my life?
I would. You know what?
You need that
Just-
time to yourself?
yeah.
Okay, take a minute.
To myself, no, it's me and the mic. Like
Do you need you need that time with each other?
Like, we need to get to know each other.
Okay, yeah,
I feel like I should be taken out to dinner or something before we're this
do what
close.
you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Just try your best. Okay, so I'll talk about my life. I made a doctor's appointment recently.
What?
Regular
Stop it.
checkup business. Yeah, no, it's very impressive. But here's the thing. Do you remember that one time when I was first setting up going to my dentist and I accidentally called 3 different dentists thinking they were all the same one,
Yeah.
chatted with one, set an appointment with another one, none of them were the right ones?
Yes.
Well, so I went to my doctor. It was the right doctor. I went to the office. I totally ignored. There's some people over here. Went to the office, filled out my paperwork, signed in at the desk, sat down in the reception area,
Yes.
and then they called me up and they said, "You came on the wrong day." And I was like, why? I tried so hard. I remember setting up the appointment weeks in advance, and I immediately opened up my calendar and put on my calendar when my doctor appointment was, but apparently I did not put in the right day. So
like, how did
I
you
showed
put
up.
in the day?
incorrectly, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a while ago, but yeah,
Anna.
wrong day. So I have not actually been to the appointment yet. They didn't find anything wrong with me, but it's because they didn't see me.
I was going to say, they didn't find anything wrong with you because nobody's actually seen you.
Yeah, it's
So-
true. So that's kind of what's happening in my life.
So what's
Still-
happening in your life is
Still a struggle. Still
sat in
struggling
a
through
wait-
the
but you're-
medical system.
So, good news, your paperwork's done
Yes,
at the.
way in advance,
So
I
that's a
am-
bonus
in the clear, as it were. So,
for the paperwork.
yeah, for the paperwork.
You have not actually seen anybody.
No,
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah,
you know, win some, lose some.
it's true. So tell me about your life, Eric.
You know,
And just get nice and close to that microphone.
seriously,
There you
this
go.
is like I feel like all they're hearing is heavy breathing when I'm this close.
No,
Like, it's just-
I don't hear anything. Well, if you do that, then yes. Listen, every time you turn away from the
I'm
microphone,
self-conscious.
it does this. Listen to this.
That's pretty cool.
It's like a bug. It's like a fly. You know
I
that
like that.
noise when like a fly flies by your ear and you're like, oh, it's so close. Or a mosquito. You know
Yeah,
it's there.
I'm just an
You're
annoying
terrified.
sound. Yes.
That it's like the doom sounds in the horror movies.
Well, anyway,
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm going to try to stay directly. This makes for a great visual.
Okay, you can move around a little bit.
Nope,
but
I'm not going to move at all. I'm just going to stare directly this way.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, do what you gotta do.
So on Friday,
Mm-hmm.
there was a group of us. There was 6 of us that decided to take a little trip, a little weekend trip to Annapolis, Maryland.
That's right.
And so we flew in on Friday morning,
Yeah.
and we day tripped it to good old Washington, D.C.,
Nice.
saw the Lincoln Memorial,
Yeah.
saw the Washington Monument.
Cool.
Yep. The reflection pool.
Did you look at your reflection?
It was actually a little gross. Am I not?
Your reflection was a little gross.
Yep. My reflection, like I said, I'm made for audio.
I looked at myself and I
Yeah.
was like,
Ew. Ew, that's not good.
Uh.
That's not good at all.
yeah.
And then we saw the White House, which, crazy enough, with all the stuff going on, you really can't see much of the White House.
Yeah.
So we kind of saw it from a distance, and then we walked back to the car and
Left.
headed back. So that was our
Eh.
few hours.
Yeah.
What are you pushing? Wow. Oh, I love our podcast. This is a good
Nothing
time.
happened.
No.
When you're recording, the little like adjuster screen goes away. So it's just, so it looks like I'm doing something. Nothing is happening.
So are you doing that just for the visual purposes? So
No, I
you're
was actually trying to
let
look
me,
at it.
Let me look something
let me
up
just-
here. Doop, boop, 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 boop.
Do you?
What?
How's that? Just be like, oh, wait,
Why are you doing
that.
this?
All right, continue.
Yeah. So then the whole purpose of it is one of our students, Olivia Foster, graduated last year, and she plays soccer at the Naval Academy.
Which is very cool.
Yeah. So we surprised her and visited and got to see the Naval Academy, which was amazing, by
Yeah.
the way. It
I
was,
heard awesome things about it.
Yeah. If you get a chance to see it, it's kind of breathtaking to see everything. And so we hung out, and then on Saturday we bummed around Annapolis a little bit, a little city. It was kind of nice. And
Yeah.
then we watched her play soccer on Saturday night, and then promptly got about 3 hours of sleep and hopped on an airplane home and came home on Sunday.
It's dedication.
But yeah, so a little whirlwind adventure.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's what's going on in my life. Now we're here.
So I had a whirlwind adventure to the doctor's office, and you had a whirlwind adventure
Telling
too.
you what, a little bit different.
To not really see the White House and look at your reflection and be like,
Yeah. It's a little gross.
gross. It's gross.
You're a little
It was
gross.
probably the 3 hours of sleep. You're like,
No, that was on full sleep.
That
That,
was-
that was gross on full sleep. Yeah. It's just not
eh.
good.
Listen, I think well of you, Eric.
Yeah.
I would-
You know, at least I got a glowing personality.
That's true.
So
So we are going to move into the Sunday recap. Stop doing this.
Sunday recap.
Yeah, so Sunday recap with our intro
NASCAR.
music by Eric Anderson, and go. You're ruining this for me.
Sunday recap.
Did you actually get quieter as you went away? So there
Diana.
was no point
Nope.
in going back. No.
That was all normal.
Interesting.
All right, Sunday recap with
Yeah,
Anna.
Sunday recap. We talked about finances, our hearts, how they are related to Jesus. And that's
They're
pretty
actually
much
pretty
it.
closely related if you got a heart transplant, because then you spent money to get a new heart. So your finances are directly, like if you had a heart attack and somebody had to go in and fix your heart,
Yeah,
your finances directly
really.
coincide with your heart.
That's true. That's a true story.
It's a heart issue.
That we didn't really get into that on
Oh.
Sunday, but then I can see how that would have been a good illustration.
Just
and I think
saying.
we missed out on that a little bit.
Maybe next time.
Definitely
Maybe
should have
next
been brought up the metaphor behind the metaphor.
Truth.
So yeah, we talked about that, and if you want to watch that and get into that video is all over the place.
Oh.
It's on the Facebook. It's on the YouTube. It's on the website. All of the
Wow,
does.
look at that.
Yeah,
Man, connecting the world, really.
it is in the world.
www. World Wide Web.
World Wide Web. You know, I never actually remember that. What does HTTPS:// stand for?
It stands for hit this top page.
That actually sounds like it could be I know it's not true,
You
but
sure?
it sounds really close. It's very
Hit this
impressive.
top page.
Hit this top page. Let me click it.
Yeah,
I'm clicking it.
That's
I'm
the way it
clicking
is. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. I
You
doubt.
still call it the Facebook. So
Yeah, it is. That is what it is called.
it's not the Facebook.
It
It's
is
just Facebook.
for the podcast. It is
Have you never seen the movie
the Facebook movie.
Social Media? I think it's Social Network. The
No.
movie about Facebook.
I didn't know.
They actually say in there, drop the. So it's
So if
actually
you
just
want to watch
Facebook.
the movie about the Facebook, there is one apparently that is out there that you can watch.
It was actually a really good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know
So-
what else was a good movie? All right, let's not get into that. Okay, moving on.
Yeah. So
So we have a topic that we want to talk about
Whoa,
today.
yeah.
And it is not heart transplants on today's
it could
agenda.
be.
I mean, I guess we could work it in there.
It could be.
somewhere. Yeah,
it could be softening your
It is
heart.
related to the
Yeah.
heart. Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
Okay, I can
So,
see that.
yeah.
You've convinced me
There we go.
that I'm wrong.
Another heart issue.
Yes. So what we did, which was very cool, is Eric and I went to the Orange Conference.
Not only us.
Oh yeah, that's true. Other people also went to the Orange Conference.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of people.
My buddy Rick Hill, shout out to Rick, who perfected the arm frisbee catch, where you
Yeah.
catch the frisbee on your arm.
Yeah, it's got to be a hollow.
Yeah,
One
it's
of those
got to be a
ring
hollow
frisbees.
frisbee.
It
yeah.
doesn't really work
And
with a
you,
regular frisbee.
When you do it, you have to say "ricked it," like, boom.
Oh, summer camp.
Just a little, tidbit there for
There you go.
our watchers or listeners, because we got both of those now. Maybe
Watch out.
we'll see if
Multimedia.
anybody
Who
watches
knows?
this. So that was something cool that happened.
Yep.
So
Gabby.
Rick came with us. Gabby came with us. Gabby's
Megan.
pretty awesome. Megan's pretty
Megan
awesome.
won a box of donuts.
Oh yes, Megan did. They called
Yep.
up the young people to the stage
Yeah.
and asked them some older pop culture questions from the 70s?
Mm-hmm.
And Megan was
Yeah.
the winner
She was.
out of everybody. There
Champion.
were like many churches there.
Yeah.
She got some donuts. That was great. Rachel was there from Children's Ministry. Lindsay, Elise.
Mm-hmm. Also from Children's Ministry.
Yeah. So
Good times.
represent.
You know what? Venture representing.
Venture representing. But what the Orange Tour is, or the Orange Conference is we really get together and we talk about Jesus, families, how do we reach out and tell kids and teenagers and partner with parents to talk to our youth, basically, about Jesus. How do we reach out to them? How do we make a difference in their lives? And so this year we went and there were just some really cool topics that were brought up. But the main thing were these 5 questions. And so I want to talk about those 5 questions here today.
Ooh,
Yeah.
this is the way.
And
5 questions.
we're going to start out with me asking Eric these 5 questions. You ready for this?
Do you have them in the right order?
Yes.
All right.
You ready for this?
I think I can
I
get,
memorized them. They're in my brain.
All right. I think I can get 5 out of 5. I at least get the first 1, 2,
First one.
3. 3 out of 5. I can get at least 3
3
out
out
of
of
5.
5?
Yep.
Okay, okay.
All right. Go ahead.
Question number 1.
Yes.
What is my name?
Anime Martin. Whew. That one. I was nervous about that
Sub
one.
question, what is my nickname?
Anime Martin.
It's the same thing. You
No.
just added a pause.
not Anime Martin. Anime, like the drawings. Martin.
Nobody calls me that. Or at least I don't. If they do, I don't know about it.
Do you really have a nickname?
I do. I do have a nickname. My grandma gave it to me when I was a small child.
Huh.
She's really the only one who calls me my nickname. So that's
And
not
I was
helpful.
supposed to know that?
We're really close. I just assumed
All
that
right.
you would know.
All right, what is it?
It's Sam. SAMM, which, stands for Sweet Anime Martin. That's what I was told.
Huh.
Yeah. And then she used to buy me Sam I Am books. It was a little confusing growing up because it was just so startlingly different from my actual name. You just never knew. But they were good
It
ones.
didn't catch on, though.
Nope.
Oh,
Only her. She was the only one who ever called me Sam.
Sam.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, so that was the first question. What is my name? Second question. You ready for this?
I am now ready.
What matters to me?
Swords. Jesus swords.
Is there like a sword with Jesus on it? I don't know if there is.
Yeah. Jesus and swords.
Jesus and swords. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. No, that's true.
what matters to me.
Sub question.
Yeah.
What philosophically, spiritually, what is my driving passion?
Jesus. Still Jesus.
Yeah,
And swords.
and swords. Okay.
And writing books.
Yeah, that's also in there. And just loving people. Think
Jesus.
about that. Yeah, that's true. Okay. All right. No, I'll count that. Okay, so we'll say you got 2 for 2.
I'm 2 for 2.
2 for 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Third question. Where do I live?
You live off of M50. Do we really want to tell everybody this?
No, we don't. Okay, but all
Get a
right,
pen
context for
and
this
paper.
question.
In order to find Anime Martin,
Please
I'll
write
give
down,
you
write
this
down these
address.
directions. Turn right.
The longitude and latitude.
Longitude,
of
latitude.
Anime Martin's house.
If you knew that, I would be
Sam's.
very impressed and would
Yeah,
allow it.
got
'Cause
nothing.
who would take the time to look that up anyways?
Nope.
Nobody.
Google Earth.
Yes.
So yes.
yeah.
So I do know where you live. I've been to your house.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
But the context for this question is, where do I live as far as generational, geological, and cultural context is what it's under. So, for example, generationally, I am a...
Millennial.
Yes, I am.
There you go.
But at heart, I'm a baby boomer.
But you're lazy like a millennial. Oh,
Oh!
that
Oh!
was. I don't know who that was a dig on. I'm just kidding.
That
Because
was
I think I am
definitely a dig
falling
on-
in the millennial, so that's really a dig on me as well.
Oh, well, you can do what you can.
So, all right, so that's generational.
Yes.
What else?
Geological?
Geological.
Yeah, this is. I think
Rural.
that's where you give the rural.
Rural. You live rural.
Culturally, I'm just
Nerd. Nerd culture.
nerd culture. You know, that's
Culturally.
probably true. Yeah,
I'm-
no, that's true. That's
not
a
saying it.
legitimate
Yeah.
thing. I mean, where did I go in September? Renaissance Festival.
No
I'm told that's
offense
where
to-
nerd culture
I-
blossoms.
I don't feel that way about Renaissance Festival people. That's her opinion and her opinion alone. I think
Hey,
you are great people.
I will have you know that nerd culture has become very popularized. Listen, all the things that were weird that I liked when I was a child and I still like now are now cool. True.
My Little Pony.
Cool. My Little Pony. Cool. Pokemon. Cool. Swords. Cool. Ninjas. I like ninjas. Cool. Unicorns. Cool. Mermaids. Cool. These are all things that I.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was the list.
Do I need to keep?
Nope.
Do I need
I
to
think
keep
you hit all the
listing
big
things?
ones.
I hit all the big ones. Dressing up. Cool.
Like in a ball gown?
No,
like,
like
dressing up to
like
be
like in a costume, but outside of Halloween. That's another thing, you know, that has become popular. That wasn't always popular.
I think
So-
it stayed at its level of popularity.
Oh, I definitely think it's become bigger. Listen, Marvel in the popularized industry has brought cosplay. I didn't even say it right. What kind of nerd am I?
Cosplay.
Cosplay into coolness.
All right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Argue with me on that one.
So where do you live? Nailed it.
Nailed it. Okay, and then so that was the third question. Question number 4 is, what have I done? Somebody called our recording device. It's totally a video camera.
Totally.
It's one of those fancy ones where
Yep.
you can call people
All
out
right.
now.
So
I was so
let's
confused
try
by
again.
that.
All right,
Wait,
so
what was it? Oh, what can I do? No, what have
No.
I done?
Do you know what
not-
I've done?
Yes. We're not going to get into this one because I did not kill a guy. Oh, wait, no. On a video game, I did.
See?
That's true. Call of Duty, people. Another popularized video games coming in for the win.
I wouldn't play that stuff. I don't like violence. So that's on you.
Listen, mostly I just kill robot dinosaurs. So
There are robot dinosaurs in Call of Duty?
not in Call of Duty. In a different game that I like, yes, there are robot dinosaurs.
So that's what you've done.
Yes. So that's yeah. So what have I done? And
Do you need to tell the world something, Anna?
let's
they're
just move
watching.
past this for now. We'll come back. We'll come back to this question. And then the last
So by
question
default,
is
I get that one right. So that
Yeah,
is
okay, that's-
4. Yeah, that's 1, 2,
Yeah, but-
3. That's 4 out of 4 so
okay,
far.
fine. All right, last question. What can I do?
Anything you put your mind to.
That is false.
What? Why are you selling yourself
I
short?
cannot do anything about my mind.
Yes,
do.
you can. You have potential.
Nope. I'll tell you what I can't do.
You are a great person,
if
Anna
I
Mae
put my
Martin.
mind to
What?
flight without assisted mechanics. Got you there, didn't I?
How do you know that if you haven't really put your mind
Number
to
2,
it?
something I cannot do if I put my mind to spontaneous creation of organisms. Yeah. 2 for 2 on that one.
I'm just saying.
Shall I go on? Shall I go on?
How do you know you can't do that if you put your mind to it?
Aren't you usually the one who shoots me down on my weird ideas?
Anna?
Like, could I time travel? Yes, I think that I could. If I put my mind to it. Yeah.
So how can you do that but not do the other make-believe things you just made up?
Okay, I guess I could probably find a way to fly without assistance. But
Okay.
the spontaneous creation of organisms, that seems much more outside of the field. I mean, I guess if it was like cloning organs or something. But is that the spontaneous creation? I don't think it is because they start with something, right?
See? I'm just saying. You got potential. I think you can do great things.
Okay, whatever.
I think some
I'm going
of
to give
them
you a
go
half
in-
a point for
They
this
go
one.
into the realm of
Half a
evil
point.
scientists at this point.
Well, it's a lie! Frankenstein.
mean-
but once again, Frankenstein started from something.
But that's what I'm saying. You're going to be a flying person that spontaneously creates organisms and time travels. So you're basically an evil villain. You're like
Maybe I'm a good guy.
not with those superpowers.
So lots of superheroes fly. There are superheroes that time travel. The spontaneous creation of organism, nobody does that. Not even bad guys.
I think it sets up to put you in the evil category.
You're rude.
I'm just saying.
Does this go back to the last question?
Because-
What have I done?
Because you're going to have swords and you
Yeah.
kill robot
All
dinosaurs.
right, so these are the 5 central questions that we
Yes.
talked about at the Orange Conference. And what this is wrapped around is this is the theme of it's personal. Because when we are interacting with other people in our lives, if we truly want to affect them, if we truly want to impact them, it is not something that we are going to do from a crowd or from a podcast or from, stage or social media or wherever that is, but instead it happens on a person-to-person basis.
Yes.
And really, we here on this podcast, we want to help you to take your next step. And sometimes your next step is having those person-to-person conversations. But what does that look like? What now? The what now question that we keep talking about on this podcast.
And I think that's the whole thing, and that's why this order of the questions is so important. Is that's great, and you could be in a group, you could have tons of social media followers. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you look at your Facebook,
yes,
and you see how many friends you have, you could have, I think the average amount of friends is like 300 and some average amount of friends a person has.
Yeah.
Can you name all 300 of those friends that you have on Facebook? Probably not. Mm-hmm. Can you probably name your top 5? Probably. So it's like, do you really know the names of the people that you want to impact and want to be in relationship with?
Yeah. And names are so important. I remember reading the book, listening to the book. Maybe I already talked about this.
Go for it. Let's see.
Franklin Roosevelt went to the White House after he was done being president and basically went around.
About this.
Really? We have not?
No.
It's from a book. It's from the book, I think, How to Make Friends and Influence People. And it is the story of Franklin Roosevelt, who was the president, was no longer the president, went in and visited the White House, talked to all of the staff people by name, and if he didn't know them, he introduced himself, and then he would ask about their family or ask about what was happening in their lives. And it was so personal that one of basically the guy who was in charge of staff told a reporter later, this was the best day we have had in the White House in several years. It was because Franklin Roosevelt went around and he remembered everybody's name. So names are powerful.
Do you know the second best day in the White House?
Independence Day?
Last Friday when I walked up and saw it.
Whoa, Eric was there. Everybody knows it.
Who is that way out there in the distance? Is that Eric Anderson?
Is that Eric?
Yep.
Yeah, that's him. That's
that was the
definitely him.
second best
So
day.
wait, so could you just not get close enough because there were so many people?
It was security, it was construction. Yeah, you way off in the distance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
I know.
Who knows?
Security.
Security.
It'll get you.
Did you get tackled?
No, I was not going to step over any. No jumping fences here.
It's probably for the best.
Not a chance.
So, what is your name? Do you know the names of the people around you? Because names are very powerful.
And do the people around you matter enough to you that you will get to know their name and you will remember their name?
Yes, that's very true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
And really also even the intentionality of saying somebody's name can be very powerful.
Not like
psychologically.
Skippy.
Skippy?
Yeah, so if you keep meeting
Buddy?
somebody and they're
Hey,
like,
buddy.
hey there, Scout.
Do people still call people Scout?
I don't know, why not?
I don't know.
But yeah, pal, buddy.
I was going to say one, and then I couldn't think of
I win again.
So, what is your name?
Yeah.
Number 2 is what matters to you. And it is really this question of not the surface stuff, because we know things about each other surface-wise, right? There are people in your friendships where what their hobbies are, what they like to do, or that they like to watch My Little Pony. I mean, almost everybody knows that about me by now.
Yeah, that matters to you.
Yeah, but what really matters to people, and this is not just what are their passions and their drives and their dreams. Those are important, but it is also including what is currently happening in their lives that worries them or distresses them or keeps them up at night. What are those things? And oftentimes we just never get to those deeper questions. We just don't ask them.
Yeah.
It's hey, how are you? And they're like, oh, fine, I'm good, okay. And then you just kind of move on. Or you talk about the hobbies, or you talk about sports, or you talk about the weather, whatever it is. And we do not take that step further to see, okay, but what really matters to you?
Yeah,
what really matters?
And taking the time to get to know them enough to understand where their heart truly is. You might know, oh, I know this person so well. I know their name. I know where they work. I know where they spend time. But is that really where their heart is, or is that what they're doing? Do they have a job because they need a paycheck and they are working through it, but their heart is really in another place? And do you really know what those things are that truly matter to them?
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
And when you do know those things, people feel very valued that you know them, that you know them. That's how that feels. The third question is, where do you live? And that goes to that generational, geological, cultural, do you really know what their life is like at home? Do you really know what's going on for them culturally? And something that was interesting that was brought up, I feel like, at the conference, not just this year, but even in previous years, is that sometimes we are so concerned with being kind of landing in that neutral place over different issues that we don't even bother to ask people. Because we're like afraid to ask people, hey, what is it like?
Yeah.
What is it like for you in culture? What is it like for you in your life? Like, what does that feel like to you? How has that influenced you? And because we don't know, we can't have effective conversations because we don't understand all of the cultural minutia that happens for them that really, it affects how they see the world. It affects the way that they think. It affects just everything, the way they live their life.
Yeah, and that's what I think. It's such a simple question, and on the surface, well, where do you live? Oh, I live in Heartland, Michigan. And then you can make a lot of assumptions of what that means. But do you know, like, how many people are in your family? What's the family dynamic? Is there hardship going on? Is there some sort of problem there? Is there stuff that you struggle with every day that you just can't get past because of your situation? Those are the things that come into play with where do you live?
Yeah.
It's like, where are you on an everyday basis? What struggles do you have? And then how can I come alongside that and understand those struggles and maybe help in some way?
Right. And that's personal. It's personal.
That's personal.
Question number 4,
Oh,
which is, what have I done? And this was really brought up in the sense that it is not until we are personal with people, we know what matters to them, we know where they live, and then they open up to us and they say, man, this is what has happened in my life. This is what I have done, or this is what people have done to me. And to be able to meet with somebody who sees what you have done in your life and still extends love and still extends forgiveness is very powerful.
yeah. And that's why I think this is where it gets extremely, because this is time consuming. This is not easy. This is something that is going to take time with somebody because you're building up such a trust level that you're showing that, man, I know all of this about you, that they can open up and say, yeah, but you might not like me if you know this, that, and the other thing. And the ability to say, no, it's personal. I like you. I know who you are. I have love and grace for you. And I still see you for this person that I know you are.
Yeah.
And those things that you've done in the past, that doesn't change my thought towards you. I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to love you. I'm not going to judge you, because Jesus didn't come down and live among us and say, okay, I'm going to hang out with you as long as you didn't do any of these bad things. No, he sought out those people that were doing things that weren't right. And he just said, I get it. You've done those things, but look at this.
And I can remember even powerful moments in my life where I, had a friend or I had a family member or whatever it is, and I was like, man, this is what happened. And that moment where they were still on my side and they still supported me and helped me through it, that was a very powerful, relationally changing moment.
Yeah.
And for us to be able to give that moment to other people, because there are many people who are so overwhelmed by their shame. I mean, we have all felt that shame. We have all felt that place where we just feel unworthy and we just feel ashamed of who we are and what is happening in our life. And for somebody to come into their lives and say, hey, you don't have to feel that shame. Like, you still matter and you still have value. That can be life-changing for somebody.
Yeah. And that's what I think what was so cool about this was they used that story of Jesus and Zacchaeus and Jesus seeing him, noticing him, and understanding all the bad things that he has done,
Yeah.
but still taking the time to say, you know what, we're going to go hang out at your house and I'm going to spend time with you. And because he spent time with him, he changed.
Yeah.
And how many people in that crowd outside of that saw Jesus do that and say, wow, you know what? No matter what that guy did, he still took time with him. He still loved him. He still cared about him. He still took time to notice him. Maybe we should start noticing the people around us.
Yeah. Very true.
So,
Last question. What can I do? So basically, how are we believing in other people despite what they have done, despite, where they live or where they came from? Are we really believing in people that they can change, that they can do great things? Because really, we are all children of God, and God has a purpose for all of our lives. And God has a beautiful future that is in every person's life, in every person's life. And so can we see that in other people? And a question that Reggie Joyner asked at the end.
oh, Reggie
did good things.
Reg.
He's always he's just really on point.
He's got some stuff.
Yeah. But he said there will be moments where people ask you or where people will say to you, you are wasting your time with this person. And really for us to look at ourselves and our own relationships and say, hey, are there people in my life that I've been investing in, or maybe that I haven't even been investing in because I believe that I'm wasting my time on that person, or other people have told me that I'm wasting my time on that person. Because really, if we believe that Jesus and the power of the Holy Spirit can change the life of everyone, we are never wasting our time if we are doing it in alignment with the Holy Spirit.
And I think that's the biggest thing, is like understanding that there is so much great that can come out of everyone.
Yeah.
And so it's never, no matter if it's one person, if it's 100 people, no matter what it is, you're not wasting your time, because you're only one moment, one conversation, one interaction away from that breakthrough. Yeah. And so if you just give up on it, you just stop, you just say, you know what, you're right, this doesn't matter, this is never going to happen, then you've stopped short of whatever thing was put in place that's going to happen with that person. Yeah. So, yeah.
So I would encourage you, if you're watching or listening to this, there's a book that talks about these principles, and it is called It's Personal.
Wait for it. Wait for it for the video people out there.
Yeah. Like how you lifted it over your laptop.
Oh, yeah.
Reveal!
Da-na.
Yeah, so who wrote that?
Virginia Ward,
Okay, yeah.
Reggie Joyner,
He's a good guy.
Kristen Ivy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's a good book. I would get in there. And this, what an important principle, not only just for this thing that we are doing a venture called Who is Your One?
Yeah.
Who is that one person that you're reaching out to and being Jesus to? This is a great accompaniment for that. But even just throughout our lives, everything should be personal when it comes to loving people. Because for Jesus, it was very personal. And with our relationship with Jesus, it is very personal. That Jesus came to earth in person to make a difference in our lives. So likewise,
Yeah.
we should make it personal.
And I think that's a tagline in here, is that if Jesus came to earth as a person to truly show how God wants to make it personal.
Yeah.
Boom.
And an accompanying tagline that goes with this that really hit me: nobody needs everyone to see them, but everyone needs someone to see them. So
I see you.
I see you. And you see us.
Hey-o. Watch out.
Assuming you're watching this.
Yeah.
So thank you for listening to What Now with Anna and Eric, or watching What Now with Anna and Eric.
And you know what? Maybe you're watching and listening.
Or maybe you're watching and you're like, gross.
Mute.
Wow, you went in. Okay, maybe you're watching and mute. That
Yep,
doesn't
mute.
even, you would still be watching it. It would just be
Then
muted.
just mute.
Mute. Just,
Don't want to hear their voices.
wow.
Just
Okay.
want to look at their beautiful
If that's
faces.
true, it's because you are not close enough to your microphone. Don't hit it with your face. Okay, so we are so excited to talk and see you on What Now with Anna and Eric. And we hope you tune in for our next audio
Oh,
and video
man.
episode
Next week.
next week. It's going to be
Boom.
awesome. We are out.
Peace.